My name is Rhapsody, his name is Lollash, and welcome back to How to Beat Slay the Spire. So, I got a question for you.
Okay.
How keen are you on dodging literally every elite and hitting as many question marks and rests as is humanly possible, so we can just remove a bunch of cards from our deck using the Peace Pipe, and avoid the situation where we go up against, I don't know, the Nemesis and instantly lose?
Nemesis is not that bad. Stop being a bitch.
Nemesis for a deck like this is pretty bad because it, like, the amount of turns where you can draw your Flex Whirlwind and have it be effective is halved. And if you happen to just draw it each of those times, or if he happens to put a bunch of burns in your deck, which disable your clashes and make your combo draws much more spread out, he just has a bunch of HP and 40 damage attacks. He can just destroy you.
Yeah, he's pretty much a jerk. I think you're right, mostly because we have a fine deck already. We have fine relics already. Really, we just want to sort of chill our way through.
So, I know you want a Heavy Blade in this deck, but it's not doing things yet. Like, I can see it in this deck, but I'm also having difficulty activating it.
So, here's my take. If that was Heavy Blade, I would probably skip it this late in the game because we want to use all of our campfires for resting and stuff anyway.
Right.
Because we're going to be toking at all of our campfires and cutting the rest of our useless cards, and because we have 2 flexes in the deck and Limit Break and White Beast Statue to ensure that we have at least 1 Strength Potion before the boss, I think with a Heavy Blade plus, we do take it. But if it was a basic Heavy Blade, we wouldn't. It gives us so much more punch.
Okay. I think especially because the Time Eater has the mechanic where if you get the Time Eater below half HP, the turn after, they're not only going to purge, like the champion did last floor, but they're also going to heal themselves back to half HP.
Yeah.
Because of that, the fight drags on a little bit longer if you don't have the initial punch to take them down before they ever do that purge, which I don't think we currently have. So I think a Heavy Blade that's built up over the Limit Break is going to be worth.
I agree. So, do we have a late shop on this? We don't take this. Weakness on 1 turn is...
We don't have a late shop, reliably. Although none of these question marks can be...
fights.
Can be fights.
I'm just wondering whether or not it's correct to take 1 more shop on the way up.
Okay, so I don't think so for one important reason. There are 1, 2, 3 question marks on the path that has the most rests. And 3 question marks, it's not super likely we encounter a shop. I actually want to take the red mask here, because I just don't think we're going to have any other sync for the gold. There
are plenty of events on this floor that eat your gold. And red mask, like one turn of weakness is not worth it. It's not worth 145 gold. Even if we never spend that 145 gold, like we don't get the opportunity to spend it, I still think it's wrong to take the red mask for 145. I don't think 1 turn of weakness is worth 145 gold.
So especially in aggressive decks, I actually kind of really like having Anchor and red mask, because it means their opening attack oftentimes just doesn't hit you. Even if you don't kill them, you're still fine.
Rhapsody.
I know we have intangible, and I'm not going to take it, but I want to make the case that, were this me, I would have taken that. I love this event so much.
So you take the 3 colorless cards here.
It is gonna deactivate our Runic Dodecahedron, but at the same rate, like, we could draw... Oh, actually, but they're all 0 costs as well. So we would be able to fit most of them in. And you can skip, right? So it's you don't have to take garbage cards. I'm just thinking, like, what would we definitely take? Panache?
For colorless cards?
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd take Panache. I think you could definitely, like bandage would be fine. Panacea would be fine.
I think
Jack would be fine. Transmutation would be fine.
Jax isn't available in this. That's an event.
No, Jack of all trades.
Oh, right. But Jack of all trades usually gives you two, especially when upgraded, gives you two other colorless cards, which is going to come up against the Velvet Choker. I think at this point, the Velvet Choker was, like, definitely the correct choice. Especially considering we didn't get energy after the second boss, like I assumed might have been the case.
Yeah, that was unlikely, though. I mean, we only got one energy relic on the first boss, and then we got none on the second.
Well, but the thing is, you have to plan around the worst case scenario. That's how you play roguelikes, right? You mitigate the worst case and try and go for from there. If you just plan around the best case scenario every single time, you're going to lose.
Nah, roll the dice. It's so much more fun. I would probably just add 2 colorless cards here, because we can heal that back up after one combat.
Yeah.
Very reliably. So purity for exhausting cards?
But the thing is, we have to draw a garbage hand for purity to be useful, right? We have to draw purity plus like 2 strikes or 3 strikes, which only affects us, again, same reason we don't care about ethereality, only affects us if we draw back through our deck to that initial, which we're going to do in the Time Eater fight, but in every other fight, it's going to be garbage. And also, we've got 4 opportunities to remove cards ongoing. So we're going to remove those strikes anyway. I think we take nothing.
Max HP then.
Yeah. And again, Dark Shackles is slightly more useful against the Time Eater because he does have a multi-hit, but we'd have to draw it on the turn that he has the multi-hit. And then in every other turn, it's taking a place of a combo piece we need.
Yeah, right, just max HP. So we just lost 5 HP to gain 4 max HP.
Mm-hmm.
It's really fine.
Yeah, it's not bad. Near bud, near bud. Alright. Get him! Double.
So, funnily enough, heavy blade still does a lot of damage here. The question is, do you want to double tap heavy blade or do you want to bash heavy blade? I think bash heavy blade's probably better for a big hit next turn.
I was gonna double tap bash.
No.
Because the first bash does 8 damage, the second bash does 12 damage, right? That's 8 less damage than double tapping the heavy blade, but it leaves vulnerability for a billion more turns.
You don't need a billion turns of vulnerability.
And you can also play Apparition. Yeah, but I'm playing around the worst case scenarios here, right? That we get bash double Whirlwind in the same hand.
Bash heavy blade. If you bash heavy blade, I think we just win the fight next turn, right?
But if we don't win the fight next turn, we're going to want this Apparition, so I want to play it as well, which means double tap bash, 3 energy.
How many copies of Apparition are left in our deck? 2?
2. I'm playing around the worst case scenario here, basically.
Alright, if you want to play it that way, I totally don't think it's necessary.
Yeah, it just drew both of the Whirlwinds and a Flex out of our deck due to the Centennial Puzzle, which we weren't going to be able to stop. And we don't kill this turn. Gotta play around that worst case scenario, my dude.
I'd completely forget about Centennial Puzzle, to be honest.
So did I. I wasn't even planning around that, but it did help reinforce my point, so I'll claim it. We definitely take the Ancient Potion here. Whilst usually it's garbage, it actually does prevent Flex from losing your strength at the end of a turn.
Yeah. Yeah. Ancient Potion is like hanging on to a limit break. Kind of.
We already have the Heavy Blade. I don't think we take a Sword Boomerang, even if it's upgraded.
Yeah, no, I don't think we need to. The deck's fine. We just need to remove a couple of extra cards. It's a pretty good turn.
Mm-hmm. Snore. Apparition, Heavy Blade, strike the backline.
Probably, yeah.
Well, at the very least, we're going to have extra cards in our next hand. Give me Flex. God damn it. We don't play the apparition this turn because it just exhausts anyway. So we just double tap the thunderclap and then bash. Or we could even just double strike. More damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd probably kill him next turn.
Cool, cool. Bye-bye forever.
Those apparitions have proven very useful.
I still think that this deck would be able to more consistently kill things in the opening turns without them. Flex. I think we get another flex.
I don't think you can argue against a flex in this. I mean, this deck is a fully aggressive deck. There are very few hands where we're going to draw flex where it doesn't at least do something.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes it more likely we get a flex limit break, which is very important.
Lose an apparition.
Absolutely. Oh.
No. Even though it is not upgraded,
basic.
I know it's the basic, but we need more consistent draws of Whirlwind. I would even upgrade that before I would remove it.
Get rid of apparition then. I mean, the apparition exhausts itself after one go through the deck.
That is true, but we don't want to have to draw it in the first place. Like, it is possible to make the argument at this point that our next three camps should be upgrade flex, upgrade flex, upgrade Whirlwind. Or, you know, like limit break, flex.
I think you upgrade the limit break, really, because that's going to be really important for the later fights.
Yeah, just because in the final boss fight, that's going to be huge. Red Skull, while your HP is at or below 50%, you have 3 additional strength. Handy.
Unlikely to matter.
Murder, murder, murder. Found it!
This is the first time we've managed to get a flex limit break off. So I think your apparition Whirlwind, yeah?
Yeah.
Do we kill? I think we get close.
We do.
Yeah.
Hey! Ice Cream Energy is now conserved between towns as well as a Strength Potion.
Which we've been looking for. Another copy of Flex, an upgraded one at that.
I think if we didn't have the Ancient Potion, I would be less inclined, because then a hand with all flexes is garbage. But with the Ancient Potion, a hand with all flexes is amazing.
Yeah, okay. I think I can take another flex here. Get that strength train rolling.
Could have done 2 strikes there for 2 extra damage.
Rhapsody, shame on you.
I mentioned it. That's I don't think we play the Apparition this hand, but I think we Thunderclap, Flex, double tap the Whirlwind. Because the Apparition prevents 4 damage. Like if it was a defend, we wouldn't have played it.
Well, if it was a defend,
we'd have removed it from our deck already.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright. Flex. This is a garbage hand. Can't do anything with the clash.
Well, you can. You just play 3 apparitions and then clash.
Oh, yeah. Let me just quickly do that. 3 apparitions and then...
Oh, right. Somebody picked Velvet Choke. I remember
Which
now.
was essential. I will remind you.
God, I hate that energy relic so much. It's okay. We don't kill him.
No, we don't.
And we don't have any apparitions.
That was incorrect.
I think you probably weaken him.
Yeah.
We're getting a potion back at the end of the combat, so.
Yep.
Our dodecahedron, though. Hi, Heavy Blade.
Hi, Strength Potion. None of those. If Dono and Decker were our final fight, I would actually be inclined to pick up a Feel No Pain, just because the amount of days they put in our deck is going to give us a reasonable amount of defense.
Yeah, no, you just take max HP here for sure. Now, do we smith up our flexes? I don't think you smith the Whirlwind.
I don't think so. I think we actually now just remove the strikes. Like, now that we've got the other extra flex, I think we just remove the strikes.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Sure. Goodbye, Forever Strikes. And hello, Brutal Murder. next turn. Which is what I always meant.
This is... So he's got what, 29? Heavy Blade does what?
14.
But we can't kill him.
I know.
I mean, we could if we drank a strength potion.
Strength potion, that makes this a 10, 24. Yeah, I think we actually do. No, strength.
Yeah,
no. Strength potion's the final fight. Way too important. We take 10 damage here, even if we have to rest. It's way more important we have those strength potions in the final fight because they're active for so many more turns.
Yeah, but then we have to rest on the final. Okay, alright, fine.
Enemy's not even blocking this turn. No. Maybe. No.
No. Strength, flex. Strength, ancient is perfect here. Yeah, right. Pick up another copy of Whirlwind.
Yeah. We'll kill the repulsor so that we don't have any of those nasty dazed in our deck.
Dazed in the deck, yeah. There was an argument also to get rid of a Thorns guy there, but you Apparition first.
So, about that. Last time I used it, Apparition did not correctly lower Thorn damage. I believe that has been fixed, but I'm still not certain.
Oh, we're about to find out, aren't we?
Okay, it does lower it. I'm glad that's been
Which is important.
Yeah, extremely. Not that.
Yeah, max HP.
Okay,
and then we have to rest because we want Dodecahedron.
Yeah, Dodecahedron will be active on the first turn. Sure. And probably the second turn, courtesy of the anchor. Strength.
This is very true.
Strength.
Flex. Yeah.
It is the damage time. Punish the Time Eater for existing.
It was actually a perfect opening hand for us. Apparition, probably the second Apparition, and then Flex Whirlwind. Flex Strike Whirlwind, actually, because...
Are you sure? Because we still have Double Tap and Flex and Whirlwind, and we've got 7 cards played. So Flex Whirlwind leaves us with 3 cards to play next turn. So Flex Double Tap Whirlwind or Flex Limit Break Whirlwind is available.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely correct. This is a skip. You don't flex.
What?
You don't do anything. Why would you flex?
Oh, of course! Ice Cream! I forgot about Ice Cream. Energy is now conserved between turns. So we're just gonna hold on to this, and then we'll flex. Oh, crumbs. We have to limit break Double Tap Whirlwind.
Yes. Yeah, that's way more strength than gaining 2 from a flex. You limit break, then you double tap, and then you Whirlwind plus, and you do, like,
oh, no, we
16
didn't
stacks.
We didn't even cast those 2 cards last turn, so we actually could have done the Flex, and we could have done the Thunderclap before instead of double tapping the Whirlwind. We Thunderclap and then double tap and then Whirlwind. Silly us.
What do you mean silly us? I can't even see the counter on the thing. This is your job. You are piloting.
I know. Ish. Alright.
Shame on you.
This guy's just going to purge himself at the end of the turn, so...
Might as well hang on to our energy.
Yep.
Could have made an argument to play an Apparition. It's not going to matter.
Could have done.
You could have made the argument.
44 damage Thunderclap. Seems pretty good.
It's a win.
Delectable ice cream.
Giga
whoops. 1.21 gigawhoops. You ready your blade and deal a pathetic amount of damage to the heart, 782. So what, we're going to have like Overkill and 2 champions.
Yeah, full aggressive is very, very hard to get good scores with.
I've had a full aggressive with like 1.1, but it was like straight up offering, double tap, Whirlwind, Necronomicon, flexes, and like that's all that was in the deck. So I would flex all of my flexes the first turn, then offering to draw the same flexes again, flex, 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 double tap the Whirlwind, and would cast it 3 times. It was insane.
Yeah, which is exactly, you're right, it's bonkers. But most fully aggressive decks do not manage to get high scores because they can't perfect bosses, they can't perfect elites.
Mm-hmm. Although I am really glad that damage to yourself from things like offering and brutality now no longer prevents a champion or a perfect.
There's a reason I never used to take those cards, and it was because they limited my score so dramatically.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Raps, that's another win. That's a wrap, shall we say?
It is. Put another one up on the chalkboard. It is, however, slightly bittersweet because the fact that this is like our 3rd strength-centric build. Each of them have been significantly different. One of them was like Reaper, limit breaks, flexes in order to create a deck that just healed up ridiculously at the end of each fight. One of them was effectively a heavy blade deck, but instead of heavy blades, it used sword boomerang. And this one was a whirlwind deck. All of them featuring pretty different playstyles for a strength archetype. But what I really want to do with the Ironclad is one of those barricade decks, or one of those corruption dead branch decks, should it appear.
Or a Shruggernaut deck, or a take everything with the word strike in it deck, or a Searing Blow deck. There are a lot of deck archetypes we've not explored yet with the Ironclad, but we'll get there. We will.
Until then, though, my name has been Rhapsody. His name has been Lollash. There is a link to his Twitch stream in the description down below. What are you currently playing over there, by the way?
I've taken a week off. My life's been super busy. But I intend to return this evening with maybe some RimWorld, maybe some Stationeers. I don't know what I'm playing yet. I'm not professional like you, Rhapsody. I don't have schedules and things. I play what I feel like. So come watch me play the video game that I'll be playing when I'm playing it.
You can come and watch him play the video game that he'll be playing when he's playing it. Again, at twitch.tv/Lollash, linked in the description down below. There's also down there the playlists for this series, past, present, and future, as well as my own solo series on Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we will see you next time.
Bye, guys.